Sure. My name is Jim Halfrich, and I'm the CEO of a company called CBT. And CBT specializes in sustainable, holistic, alternative energy humanitarian associated projects. Well, one of our team members, Tony Lattimore, had a nurse who was from Sierra Leone, and she expressed to Tony the great need for a project of this type or projects of this type in Sierra Leone. And so we traveled to Sierra Leone and quite amazed by the country. Wonderful people. Some of them live in horrid conditions. Many of them don't live in horrid conditions. But the ones who do live in those conditions because they don't have a choice. It's not because they're lazy or don't want to improve their lives. It's simply because there isn't any opportunity. Sierra Leone has been plagued with bad leadership over the years. They're fortunate to have a very good president now, President Julius Bio. But there's a great deal of pollution that goes on there. They don't have landfills like we have here in the United States. They have dumps. These dumps, everything from human waste, any type of garbage, any type of toxic material is dumped in them. And it's not only important for the Sierra Leones because those dump sites are located close to the ocean. So material from them seeps into the ocean. Sure. The difference between the way we do a project and the way other companies do it is we're not predatory, first of all. Most companies are predatory, meaning they want to extract as much as they can in the way of profits from a situation. Our approach is totally different. Our approach is holistic and sustainable, and we do that principally by involving the local people into the project as much as possible. Yes, we have to bring in a few supervisors and engineers to get things started, but once that occurs, it will be totally Sierra Leone owned and operated. And you're right, a lot of projects are done as a band-aid approach, and in a very short period of time, they are no longer operable. This project will create profit, and 80% of the profit that is created from the project by rules of our engagement with the Sierra Leone government must go back into more humanitarian projects of similar nature. So not only is this a sustainable project, creating employment for over 7,000 people, 75% of those jobs are for unskilled workers, the hardest group of people to find employment for. But we also provide housing, we also provide medical care and education. And the education isn't just for the kids, we're providing adult education as well. And those adults, whether they be the employee or a spouse of that employee, the employee gets a wage increase for every course that those adults complete. So not only is there the encouragement to better themselves through education, but there's a financial reward for doing so. The medical is complete medical care. We're building clinics, our own clinics to serve our employees. So it's all done for the benefit of the people and in a way that is profitable, so it's sustainable and expandable. Support has been overwhelming from every aspect, and when I mean every aspect, I mean from the president himself, President Bio. Julius Bio actually invited us to his country to formulate a solution for these problems, to the consuls, the chieftains of the districts, the mayors of the cities, the ministers. We have full support of the Minister of Energy. We have an agreement with the Minister of Energy for selling them power for 20 years at 10 cents a kilowatt, which is a very good price. We have been given almost 1,000 acres of land worth approximately $2 million by the Sierra Leone government in 4 different locations for our projects. And the people. We've gone to the dumps and met the people who actually live in the dumps and make a living scavenging in those dumps. And we have the support from them to the president and everybody in between. I guess there'd be a couple reasons for it. One of the reasons, of course, is that pollution is not a local issue. Sierra Leone sits on the Atlantic Ocean, and any pollution that is in that country, any disease that's in that country, and they have a fair amount of it. They have the highest under 5 child death rate in the world. So those things are exported. They're exported through the air, through the water, through visitors, that sort of thing. So it affects the rest of the world directly from that type of thing. But the other reason, and I think the main reason, is this will be the first time a humanitarian project has been done in a fully sustainable and holistic manner. This is not a project that requires a handout every year to keep going, or people to go in and service it, or outside help. This helps a nation get on its feet and create energy for industry. This project will provide 167 megawatts of clean energy, plus many other byproducts from the recycling of the waste. And it affords an opportunity for the world to be part of a project that can become a standard for the rest of the world to do to help other people. Well, that's true, and waste has been a problem ever since man has existed on the planet. We've created waste. Around the 1940s, 45s, we began to create very toxic waste, and that very toxic waste has really become a major problem. A lot of the other waste was biodegradable and eventually took care of itself. But for the past 70 years or whatever, it's been a different type of waste that we have created. Our technology is the only technology in the world that I'm aware of that can recycle 100% of the waste. Now, let me qualify that. There's a few wastes that we don't handle, such as nuclear waste. But the general municipal waste, industrial, and commercial waste, we recycle 100%. So there is no inert matter like other systems have to go back into a landfill to continue to pollute. It's taken care of, it's eliminated, it's turned into energy and other useful byproducts. So that is the big difference, is that we're stopping the problem. We're not delaying it or continuing it or hiding it, we're stopping it. Thank you. Have a great day.